they need this thing. Turn on. Oh, okay. I want to welcome everybody here. Thank you very much for being here. This is very comforting to see you all.
Can't hear you.
Let's do it this way. How about we hold it like that? Is that better? Okay. Look, you may not be able to understand me anyway. It doesn't really matter. We're going to go through this through family, oldest to youngest. Now, he has a brother that's not here right now because he couldn't make it, but he does send his love. And a nephew that couldn't make it. There's only one person in this room that hurts more than I do. Mary, I'm so sorry. We're going to let her start and set the mood for this. And then we'll go from there. Thank you.
I was shocked and surprised to see a lot of your faces today, but I feel really blessed that my son was loved so much. I was trying so hard to get through this without crying, because there's nothing like an recall that that your son's gone. So like all of you here today, I'm going to read this because I can't. Like all year today, my heart's broken. It's shattered. The thought of never seeing my son Ricky alive on this earth again is incomprehensible. I've struggled with what I could possibly say at my son's celebration of life. Going away party, as my kids wanted to call it. Every moment of every day since the moment I learned of his passing, his life was played over and over in my head. I cried more tears in the last few days than I've ever dreamed I could in such a short time. I don't want to say goodbye. I would give anything to get a big bear hug from my son again. I would do anything to see his big beaming smile one more time. My really good friend Shani, she lost her son 2 years ago. She reached out to me and helped me immensely during those first few grueling days of grief. At one point, she suggested I just write Ricky a letter. That really resonated with me, and I felt that I just needed to write him a letter and tell him how much his life meant and how much our lives will be forever changed without him. Sorry. Having no idea what to say, I decided just to share my letter to Ricky with you guys today. So I could get through it. Tell Brenda if I couldn't, she would do it. Okay. Ricky, my precious, beautiful son. I'm still in shock, and I don't want to believe your life on earth is over. You're only 35. I loved you so much. Your birth changed the entire course of my life. Being a teenager, when I found out I was pregnant with you, I was told by so many I should just have an abortion. But I knew the minute I was told there was a baby growing inside my body, I loved you, and I knew that I would die to protect you. When you arrived in this world on November 13th, 1983 at 8:16 a.m., I remember holding you and feeling the most unconditional love a human could ever feel for another. I remember trying to give you your first bath, and I was so afraid of hurting you. You were only 6 pounds. I wish I could go back and realize how quickly those years go by. It seemed like in the blink of an eye you were walking and talking. You were only 14 months old when your sister arrived, but you were the best big brother and so protective. If she cried, you would try to help her, you would give her a bottle and take care of her. Aunt Geneva gave birth to Sam only 6 weeks before you were born, and Cindy was born only 6 weeks before Cheyenne. The 4 of you bonded like siblings, as well as your cousin Jonathan, who was only 2 years older. The 5 of you were absolutely inseparable as kids. The other 4 were pretty normal kids, not too challenging. But we all remember you being the busy, active, crazy kid. We had to watch you extra close. You were the adventurous one. I couldn't look away for 1 second. You'd be 100 feet up in a tree. You kept us on our toes, and you carried that adventurous spirit throughout your entire life. You were absolutely fearless. You made your parents and siblings and family worry so much. You had so many broken bones I honestly can't count. I remember the first time when we were in California at dinner at my cousin's house, and the other kids came running out to tell me you were way up in the tree. Jesse had just been born, and I set him down and ran out there just in time to watch you fall from the tree and your arm snap in half. You were 6 years old. I was hysterical. I rushed you to the emergency room. You didn't even cry. You were comforting me and said, "Mom, I'll be fine." Little did I know this would be one of so many incidences. You'd have a broken bone, and you'd comfort me while you were broken. The strength you had and the tolerance for pain was like nothing I'd ever seen. You were unique, and your family loved that about you. Others may saw you as maybe weird or quirky, but your family saw you as our Ricky, and we loved and admired you for being strong and being you. When you were 4 years old, your Uncle Charles showed you your first magic trick, and you were hooked. I will treasure the memories of us. I treasure the memories when you would gather us all together and the neighborhood kids and paint your face like a mime and put on magic shows. I was amazed at how hard you practiced and how skilled you became. When we met and became friends with the world-renowned balloon artist, you became obsessed. I remember you let him help you with the show. You help him with the show, and you were so excited. You mastered that skill of balloon art and enjoyed making people happy and making balloons for others. Son, as I write this to you, I have thousands of precious memories racing through my mind and tears flowing down my face. I have so much I want to say. I wish I could look you in the eyes and tell you that even though you gave me so much worry because of your adventurous and fearlessness soul, I loved you just the way you were. God chose you to be my son, and for that I'm grateful. Okay. This was Daddy Brenda. You brought more joy to others than you'll ever know. I'm all over the map as my brain is so scattered right now, but your childhood keeps playing in my head over and over. One of my favorite things about you is your intense excitement. I will never forget and always treasure how overly excited you would be at Christmas morning. We talked about that recently. You said you'd lay awake so excited that you'd literally be sick. We laughed about it. I think we'd go overboard at Christmas because seeing your excitement was priceless. You love the holidays, especially Halloween. You'd be nearly as excited as Christmas making costumes. I remember in kindergarten, you were able to dress up and wear a costume to school, and they had a costume contest, and you told me you were going to win first place, and you wanted to be a vampire. And I remember, for somebody who couldn't sit still, you sat still for nearly an hour so I could paint your face perfectly, and you did indeed win first place. As you grew into a teenager, you continued to push the envelope, and we had to reel you in. I will treasure the many years you hung out with me at the strawberry farm. You had amazing people skills, and you loved to help me. On the days you were not at the farm, you enjoyed hanging out at Long Lake with your friends. I remember you were an amazing swimmer. I'll never forget the call one afternoon. I was on my way home from the farmer's market, and someone told me you were swimming across Long Lake. You had a crush on some girl, and you decided you were going to swim outside the boundaries and swim across Long Lake. Horrified, your dad and I rushed to the bridge screaming at you to get out of the middle of the lake. Thankfully, that one ended safely, but you later admitted to me, Mom, I've swam across that lake many times. I truly don't know how my worry for you did not give me a heart attack. Your sister Cheyenne would have to keep you in check and knock some sense into you once in a while, but when it came to your siblings, you were the best big brother ever. Our childhood wasn't always easy. We had difficult times, and as the oldest child, you were my rock, and I thank you for that. Your need for adventure and adrenaline often led you down the wrong path. It crushed me to see you have to endure the punishment of your actions. Your family all hurt with you. We loved you, Ricky, and when you suffered, we suffered too. I was never so grateful when those awful years of prison were behind us and you were home. I know you endured many more challenges, son. I remember you fell in love and had the worst heartbreak of your life. I'd never seen you cry and be so heartbroken. It hurt me immensely. You were lost for a while. I'm so grateful after that short time you lived with me and helped me so much with my house remodel. I can look around and see all that's been painted. I can't look around without thinking of you. We had so much good conversation during those months. You wanted to move to Hawaii, and for the first time, I saw that excited Ricky again. You told me, I told you I'd help you make that happen, and we did it. That day I dropped you off at the airport. It was like seeing you as a child on Christmas morning. Even though I cried that day only because I was going to miss you, I was so happy for you. The weeks and months to follow, I could hear pure joy in your voice. You'd tell me how many people you met from all over the world at that hostel. You had such a gift to instantly make a friend. You'd tell me you'd hiked for miles with Ashley and send pictures of all the different plants you'd never seen before. You were so intrigued by the beauty and the nature of the world around you, and you soaked it in and you'd share it with me. Your smile beamed in every picture. You were always drawn to the water and the ocean. You said numerous times how beautiful the ocean and beach were there. I wish you could have stayed and made a life there. I wanted nothing more than to continue seeing you happy. Unfortunately, it got too expensive to live there, and I know you missed your family, especially your nieces and nephew. You kept saying how much you missed them. Those kids owned your heart. You were so good with kids. I truly looked forward to the day you'd marry and have your own. It hurts me so much knowing that won't ever happen. Ricky, this is one of the many letters I'll write to you. Our lives are forever changed when God gave you the gift. Our lives were forever changed when God gave you to us, the gift of you to us, and will forever change now that you're not with us. The pain and the loss will never go away. Son, I promise to forever honor you and keep your memory alive. I love you and will miss you forever. One thing keeping me going is my belief that you are with your grandparents and others who have passed, and you're making them smile and laugh. I sometimes hear your voice in my head saying, Mom, I'm fine, I'm happy, it's all good. So son, I pray you're skydiving and enjoying the beauty of life after Earth. I pray you're happy and at peace. I'll try to hear your comforting words and I'll try to go on. The bracelet you were wearing the day you passed away that said, always remember to play. That was your spirit, playful and have fun. Always the life of the party. Oh, as much as it hurts, I'll remember that life is short and we need to have fun and play. And I'll do it in your honor, son. I'll make sure that Lily and Conan and Nora, June, and Audrey know how much Uncle Ricky loved and adored them. There will be a seat for you at every one of their life events, from graduation to marriage, and I promise you, son, you'll be a part of everything in spirit. I love you, Ricky. Love, Mom.
Alright guys, I'm just going to try to keep us on some relative track here, so what I'm going to do next is just read his obituary for those of you who haven't heard it yet. Let me turn it over to Cheyenne. We're going to go in order of the family members by age. Whoever wants to share, we're going to do immediate family, the nieces and nephews first, and then we'll take a quick break. We'll have dinner and let all the cousins and anyone else who wants to talk has ever right to, please do. He would like that. Try to keep it 3 to 5 minutes if you can. We're going to have a little, dinner is at the end apparently, so we're going to do a little transition, then I'll give everyone a break in between the family talking and the cousins talking, and then after that, Grandpa Larsen's going to send us off with a prayer. So I'm going to read the obituary. Bear with me. last if you guys don't mind after this. I'm gonna need a break. All right, here we go. Richard Alexander Larsen Jr., aka Ricky. Born to Richard Alexander Larsen and Mary Coffin on November 13th, 1983, in Sacramento, California, at Sutter Memorial Hospital, 8:16 a.m. Ricky passed away suddenly and unexpectedly on July 11th, 2019, at the age of 35. He went to school at Woodland Elementary, Tamachin Middle School, Timberline High School, and then River Ridge High School. He loved sports. He excelled in martial arts, track and field, football, wrestling, and swimming. Ricky was fun, outgoing, loving, caring, unique, and adventurous. He absolutely loved hacky sack and always carried one around. He loved animals and sometimes preferred them over people. Animals loved him too. They naturally gravitated towards his good spirit. He was a magician, balloon artist, and amazing chef. He loved to wood carve, and he left his family some beautiful pieces to remember him by. He loved to dance, and always the life of any party. This one included, guys. He enjoyed to travel and being adventurous. He would climb any mountain on a whim and skydive anytime he could. He loved the water and felt at home near the ocean. He was an amazing swimmer. He was absolutely fearless and would try anything. He was highly intelligent. He could master anything he put his mind to. That's the truth. He loved music and could write beautiful, deep, poetic songs and freestyle with the best of them. His unique style was practical meets dapper. Whew. It's hard to read through tears. All right. But he always wore a smile. That's true. Ricky lived in Hawaii for a short time, and that seemed to be the happiest of his life. With so much opportunity and so much adventure at hand. He wore his emotions on his sleeve. He made friends everywhere he went and opened his heart to so many people, and they loved him back. He was loyal, strong, and loving. He was the best big brother anyone could ever ask for. Most importantly, and the best uncle any kid could ever want. Most importantly, he loved his family, his parents, his siblings, his aunts, his uncles, and especially his nieces and nephews. They adored him. Ricky is survived by his father, Richard Larsen, his mother, Mary Larsen Pescatori, Mario, his sister, Cheyenne Larsen, his brother, me, his brother, Tony Kirkpatrick, his stepbrother, Ryder Pescatori, his sister, Cheyenne Larsen, his nieces, Lily, Nora June, and Audrey, and his nephews, Conan and Aaron, and all of his loving cousins. And all of his wonderful friends. Thank you guys all for being here. Please never forget to play. He'd want anyone reading this to be happy and honor his memory in a positive way. So let's have some fun and try to keep it positive. Shai, you're up.
It was okay, but I'm not. I'm trying really hard to be. I know a lot of you guys care about me. Ricky did love life. I wish I was in his head when he wrote in his journal not too long ago that when he turned 20 or 35, that he felt like he was on borrowed time. He actually wrote that, and when he turned 35, 35 in November, so it couldn't have been that long ago. I don't know how or why he felt that way, but what do, you know? He did make us proud to be his family. Ricky was so full of love. I'd say he was harmless, but I saw him getting too many fights to say that. I wouldn't say he was harmless, but he wouldn't hurt a fly. He really was frustrated not understanding what happened after we died. That's something that he struggled with. Even as a child, he would get so frustrated with himself trying to wrap his mind around the big picture, you know. And he didn't so much lean towards religion, but he did know there was something after this, and he used to say it in a way that he would understand, is that I do feel strongly that one day our energies will meet again. I hope. It's been Shy and Ricky my whole life. Ricky's always protected me. Ricky's the reason why I am the way I am. I've never one time had to go a day thinking that I couldn't do whatever I wanted to do and he wouldn't have my back. No matter what. He was really the only person I cared about what he thought about me. He loved being my brother. He did. I think we can all agree Ricky was a little socially awkward. We loved him for it. But he knew it. He knew he didn't quite. Ricky was Ricky. And he was okay with that. But I remember he told me one time, you know, when I don't know what to do, you know, I just look at you and I just do what you're doing. It was his way of fitting in. So I always had Ricky's eyes on me. And there were times I wish he wouldn't have followed me down certain paths. But he did because he loved me. He wouldn't want us all to hurt this bad. When Ricky was gone in prison, our family has never been the same. I don't know where we go from here. But we just gotta keep loving each other. Conan, Lily, Scarlett, Ricky loved you. He did. You guys made him so proud. He did. Sierra used to sleep in Ricky's bed when you were a kid. You were his Sierra. We all know he was your favorite mom. So. Jesse. Where's Cody? You and Ricky had a very special bond. And I'm so thankful for you for being there for him in the ways that you were, because I know how you were there for me, and it means a lot. And I know it meant a lot to him. Jesse, I worried so much about you hanging over at Ricky's house during those years, but probably safer over there than my house. But he would be very proud of you. He's always been proud of you. You're a good dad. You're a good brother. And Dad, you've never, ever turned your back on any of your kids. No matter what. Any of our friends. You two genuinely care about us. And it doesn't matter what we're doing, you've never been afraid or worried to just let the world know how much you love your children. Ricky was your namesake. And he was proud of that. He really was. I think of you guys and I think about that picture right there in the middle. He loved going camping with you and Jeremy. We have to love each other. That's all we can do because we can't take any more steps back. We're still a family. And I don't feel right being the oldest now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do without Ricky. It's just the pain that there's no numbing it. It's just something we're gonna have to just learn to live with somehow, and have faith that we will see him again. I've been kind of useless these last few days, and thank you for everybody who helped put this together, because, you know, I should have stepped up a little more, but I am very broken. Yeah. But I want to promise the people that I love that I will be okay. I promise you I will. I mean, I look around and mine and Ricky's lives are so parallel that this could be my funeral, you know, it would be the same faces. It's kind of surreal, but I'll find a way to heal from this. I will do it for Ricky, because that's what you want. I love you guys. I really do.
I love you.
Thank you. Yeah. The hardest part is seeing these babies and not knowing how to explain to them what it means. And, I mean, there are no words, but always be thankful that you got to know Ricky, okay? Just keep him in your heart, okay? All right, I think I can only, with my cue. I can only handle so much, so, but, I do love you guys, thank you.
Cubby, you next? Yep. Next. Cubby. I do want to share something just real quickly, and I thought this just came up when she was talking. Ricky was so full of wonder, and he always just wanted to know everything all at once. And he used to tell me, I can't wait till I die, because if I don't have this body, I can just know everything all at once. And I think he believed that, and I think he finally gets to know. And I really like that idea. It just crossed my mind. That's what he shared with me. So, Cubby's up next. I'm gonna go last, but I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's all he really wanted, was just to not have this physical containment, to not be able to know everything all at once. So, hopefully that's the case. Batter up.
See, I brought my cut tissues. All the time. I'm gonna leave them up here for you guys too. So I just want to start out by saying thank you again for everyone being here. I know some of us haven't seen each other in a while, and some of us haven't talked in years. But the fact that we can all come together today does mean a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to Ricky too. Ricky loved his family a lot, and he showed us many times over the years. And we can bump heads at times, sometimes literally, which is why I'm standing up here with a black eye. Well, honestly, I don't think either Ricky nor I would want it any other way. We can put all our differences aside for the people that we care about. So thank you. Ricky taught me many things like that, especially as we grew up. When we were younger, times were really hard for our family. To give respect to my parents, it does take a village to raise a child. And with all of us, we have many loved ones that we consider moms and dads and relatives. Ricky got to be the first one to step up when my dad got sick. So I've always looked to him for advice when I needed it. And he's always been there to talk me through my panic attacks at 3 a.m. and my drunk stupidity around the same time. He loved me. Even up until the last month, he would always say that he was very proud of me and he wanted to see me succeed no matter what. I see a lot of Ricky in myself, both in appearance and in his teachings. He taught me how to twist balloons, and to this day, it's something that I will always love. I can still hear his crazy ideas for giant decorations, and they will inspire me forever. He also taught me about my temper. Him and I did have our issues, and we talked about that a lot. He wanted me to be as happy and in control as I could be. I did have a panic attack the other night, and all I wanted to do was call him so he could calm me down. But I tried to remember how much he loved me and how much he taught me, and I could see his face trying to make me laugh with some silly magic trick. And that's all he wanted to do, was to make people laugh and enjoy life. So if I've made you laugh at least once during this whole time that you're wanting to cry, I've made you guys feel a little bit better, and I hope that I've honored Ricky in the best way that I can. So I love you guys. Sierra.
I didn't want to speak today at all. I didn't write anything. I wasn't going to come up here, but I haven't cried this whole time, so this has been everything all at once. I've kind of put this in the back of my head the last few days and focused on making the arrangements for today and making it happen without really accepting why we were doing it. Me and Ricky had the biggest age gap. He was 13 years older than me, so by the time I was born, we had more of a, I wouldn't say a parent-child relationship, but pretty much. I wasn't much older than that when I had Lily, so right after I was born is when my dad got sick, and Ricky tried so hard to step up and make sure I had the most normal life as possible. He went as far as to drop out of high school to make sure that I had somebody at home when I got home from school, and I was able to get to school. And, it was kind of always that relationship. It was always like a parent to me up until the last couple of years. Since I've grown up, we've been able to have more of a somewhat regular sibling relationship. And I've been fortunate in the last 3 years to have him live with me about 2 of those, and live with my kids and build such a great relationship with not only Lily, which he's always had, but with Nora, who will probably have no real memories of him. He was the best uncle. No offense to Jake. But he was always fun. I can't think of one time that the kids have ever gotten mad at him for anything. He was always, let's go wake up Ricky at 5 o'clock in the morning and jump on his bed so we can build a fort. Even though he went to sleep an hour beforehand, and he was always willing to get up and play with them and step up and babysit and make breakfast at noon when he got up. No, he was great. He was great to have around, and something I'm definitely going to miss. Ricky was the best oldest brother we could have asked for, I think. We all got pretty lucky with that one. But adjusting, going on from here, and figuring out where we all stand is going to be hard. But I know that he would want us to be happy, and he would want our kids to be as happy as him and go on. The last thing I did with him, about 8 days before he passed away, was took him out on one of my bounce house rentals with me so that he could do balloon art for a little boy named Jacob. It's a birthday party. We were only supposed to be there for about an hour and a half. That's all we were paid to be out there for. Ricky stayed for 3 hours and ended up making balloon art for every kid, and then every adult, and then the grandparents, and then went back around and did it again. And that's just kind of, I think, the last memory I have of him, and, you know, probably one of the best. And I think that's how I want to be remembered, is just as happy and fun as he was. And I did get to pick up his bracelet today that says, "Always remember to play." So I will keep that and pass that on to my kids, and hopefully that's something we can all at least learn from him. You wanna take over? Pass it on to not the youngest.
Not only am I not the youngest anymore, apparently now I'm the oldest son, so. Ricky always kind of prepared me for that. He always called me his little big brother. And didn't take life too seriously. He kind of forced me to be the big brother in a lot of situations, and I was always willing as long as he had my back. So I wrote some things. I'm going to try to get through it. But there's a lot of personal things in here. A lot of you may not know about me, but he made me the man I am today. Anyone here is proud of me? It's because I wanted to make Ricky proud. That's the truth. Give me that hat. My brother, my best friend, my Ricky. He meant the world to me. We grew up together through hardship and emotional anguish, but a ton of love. We shared a room together, along with Cubby, till I was 12 years old. By the time I was 14, I still wanted to spend every waking moment with you. We were so much more than brothers. We were best friends, bros, homies, business partners, and partners in crime. Even when you went away, you put me in check, but it was now on me to guide Jacob and Sierra because you wouldn't be able to. I wasn't ready, but I was always willing to do whatever you asked. Oh man, it's hard to read through these things. Losing you for the first time I thought killed me inside, because I knew you were not entirely responsible for what happened. And then someday, I knew I was. That being said, with your words and sacrifice in mind, I found a new / old path. I buried myself in the family business. I painted as many houses as I could. Then I grew to general contracting and built a company for you, in hopes you would someday rejoin me as a partner when you got home. Unfortunately, that time away changed you in some ways. Oh. When you came home, you were not ready to join me yet. During those times, we fought. We fought hard. Really hard. But even in the heat of the moment, you always still hugged me and told me you loved me. No matter how bad it got, no matter what, you were my big brother, and I was always your little big brother. And you let me know you were proud of me, and that means the world to me. You made me the man I am today. From carrying on the family business to my resistance to turn to the life that we lived. I did it all for you. I wanted to, and I still want to make you proud. I always will. We had so much in common, yet so little. We loved the same movies. We loved the same music. We loved martial arts and sports. And more than anything, we loved our family through thick and thin, just as they love us. In the end, we may just be two hard asses who fought and hugged. But we live by our father and mother's teachings of unconditional love, and those teachings always prevailed. You were a simple man who always sought to bring joy. I've always appreciated your smile. If I can give one piece of advice to anyone here, it would be to pick your favorite thing about Ricky, and make it a conscious attempt to embody it in your everyday life. Make it part of you. Own it. Carry that part of you forever. I personally will attempt to carry a smile. Thank you for being here to cherish this exceptional man. Let's stick together through thick and thin. Stay strong and make him proud. Thank you all for being here. So I'm going to open it up to the kids. An old man. Yeah.
All right. I really don't know if there's anything I could say to add to that. There's no picture on any bulletin board that's going to tell you how I feel about my son. There's no words that's going to tell you how much I'm going to miss him. All I can tell you is it hurts because it was real. And as long as it hurts, that's how real it was. I've lost people in my life, and I still cry for them. I still hurt for them. I'll never forget the day my mother died. I'm sure Mary doesn't either. That's because it's real. Ricky and I explored every part of these mountains. Try to keep up with him. He never was bored. I find myself wanting to see things through his eyes. He was special. He was the reason I became a man. I could have walked away at any time in my life. I could have said, hey, I don't want to do this. But Ricky was there. I made a promise to him to protect him and be there. I couldn't do that. I couldn't protect him from what's out there, people. But that doesn't mean I didn't try. You get a chance, tell that person you think you got time, you love them. Tell them they're wrong. Tell them they're right. Tell them they're making a mistake or they're doing good, but don't wait till today. Don't wait till it's too late to tell them. Because you know, even telling them they're wrong or they're making a mistake, that means you care. And I cared so much about my son. Now, this is by far more than I wanted to say. And I thank you. And I know that he loved every one of you. His brothers, his sister, and Ryder, he loved you too. He was very grateful to have you in his life. He was going to torment you. But he enjoyed his family, and it didn't matter how big it was. And I'll say this, and I'll say it from the day he was born. There isn't enough people in this world to love my son. So if you love my son, thank you.
All right. Well, the schedule's out the window. He would have liked that. He's never on time. He didn't care about schedules anyway, so we tried. I find little jokes happening all the time. That balloon popping, for instance, that was just so him. Like the other night, I went to go spray paint one of these things. The can blew up all over me. I can't help but think you would have loved that. Try to appreciate the little things, guys. Try to savor those moments because they're beautiful. But I'm going to open up to the kids. Guys, I know you're super emotional. I'm going to give you 1 minute to whatever each, but just keep it simple. Let them know how much you love them. And then cousins, family, whoever wants to get up after that. Once again, we're behind schedule, so try to keep it short if you can. Minute, cousins, whatever. You guys know how long you need. I love you all. Who's up? Lily? I'm gonna go together? Perfect. I'm gonna stay right here with you. You're a mess. You would have liked that too.
I loved Ricky. He was there for me when I needed him most. I don't know much to say right now, but I loved him.
So this one time when I was with Ricky, he was like, he offered me this like cherry candy, and like this one time, then when I put it in my mouth and then swallowed it, he's like, don't swallow it, and then he told me that a tree was gonna grow in my stomach, and he pranked me, and I was actually like young, and I was like totally shocked. And I loved Ricky. He was a great guy. He made the best balloon art that I can like ever like see. Like he made like the flowers. He made it like puppies. He made cats and stuff. He like made a lot of swords. He loved crafting wood, and I wouldn't know who to talk to make like all those beautiful art things that he has made that I've never seen anyone else in the world like make that before. It's cool to see like a part of your family that you love, that you like trust, and you like that you see and that you love, you trust, and like that you always have a part of your of Ricky right here, always. You always have him in your heart, and you'll always know that he will love you. He will give you good luck inside of God. And we loved him and will miss him. So, my favorite memory with Ricky was when he taught me how to make balloon animals and do magic. My favorite trick in magic was when he taught me how to do the card trick. And my favorite balloon animal that he would make was the swords and the holder.
All right, just so I can get like a bearing here. Who wants to talk? Raise your hand, please. Yeah, I figured.
Forgot one, Jesse.
I'm gonna make some of you talk, just so you know. Writer's up.
I'm gonna make this short. One time, Ricky told me that he could break bricks on other bricks, and I didn't believe him. So I was like, prove it to me, and he did it right in front of my face, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. He taught me how to do hacky sack, and I still suck. But he was really good. He did always wear a fedora. That's true. Always. That's it.
Audrey, want to say something? No, but seriously, she'd actually say Ricky for the first time today, which is pretty cool. I think she's heard it so much, she finally got it, so. No? Say yeah? Oh, she just wants to kiss it. All right, so let's go with Charles. We're going to go aunts, uncles, cousins, but I think Uncle Charlie had a big impact on Ricky's life. I can say that for sure. Big impact on my life, too. Just look at how he's dressed, guys. How awesome is that? Ricky would have loved it. So we'll turn it over to him, and then uncles, cousins, whoever else wants to talk. Try to keep it as brief as it needs to be.
It's good to see all you guys here. A lot of you guys I haven't seen in like 10, 15 years. Oh, wow. It sucks it takes something like this to bring us all together in the same room. I think of it as Ricky's last magic trick. He made all the miles disappear. All this, you know. So, huh? Oh, okay. Anyway, all right. Well, I'll do that in a minute. I'd like to share a memory of me and Ricky. When we were kids, we were really into magic, and I was anyway. Got him into magic, and taught him his first magic trick. And, got a marble, hold on, there's the thumb one? No, that's this one. So after that, Ricky to practice and practice and practice, he mastered that one and several other ones. He was very talented when it comes to magic and went into blue art. But I remember I didn't see him several months after that, and I pulled up in the driveway after a long road trip. The front door flies open and Ricky comes out. Uncle Charlie, Uncle Charlie, Uncle Charlie. Couldn't wait to show me, right? He pulls out a marble out of his pocket. Came up with his own method of performing it. And he goes like this. Pull that. That was Ricky's way of performing that. Thank you.
Sam. Yeah. That's
It's really great to see all of you here. I can feel His Spirit within everybody's heart. And we all have our own experiences with Ricky. And in a way, because we all have our own personal view, I can feel him even more impacted. I sat down to try to write things before coming up here to speak at this time, and it was far too hard to do so. Ricky was my best friend. Ricky accepted everybody, no matter what. It didn't matter. He was right there with the biggest smile and the biggest hug. And for that moment when he's hugging you, all your worries disappeared. He did a lot of magic tricks, but he was a wizard when it came to the ability to just make you feel okay. It's been a long time since I talked to him. And in my prayers the last week, I've talked to him a lot. And he's made me feel okay again in a whole nother way, in a way that is going to make me grow. And I know he's going to make every single one of you grow. and open up the doors to have those conversations that we need to have with one another, to accept those things that we don't understand. There's a lot of things that people don't understand about Ricky, a lot of things that he kept to himself. Maybe none of us individually can handle the sorrow that an individual feels. But if we can just, in one little way, accept one another the way that Ricky accepts one another, we can find the help that we need. I'm thankful that I'm here this day. And I'm thankful for the memories and the life that Ricky imparted to us. I love you, Ricky.
I don't know what to say about Ricky. Everybody here knows who Ricky was and how important he was. Ricky and I grew up together. Ricky has talked me off of the ledge more times than I'll ever admit. And I just want him to know he will always be my servant. I love you, bud. I hope you're happy.
Just 2 words, I think. These kids. These are my babies. These big ass boys. They're my boys. I have a funny story. When the last time I went out with Ricky, I was meeting up all the kids at a club. Ricky comes up and he puts his arm around me and I freak out. I'm about to hit him and I see it's Ricky and Sam does not recognize me and I topple him. He's like, who's this crazy woman? I love my boys. And I miss them so much. And I just hope that we get our shit together. Because I fucking love you. And I will die without you. And I really just have been putting it in the back of my mind that it's not real. Can't believe Ricky's not here. Ricky and I were the dumber cousins. I'll go back further. When my mom and dad had us at Ricky and Mary's house, Ricky and I got under the cabinet and mixed bleach and Windex. And I think any chemical that Mary had to clean the house, we mixed it together in the kitchen sink. And we were taking scoopfuls and drinking it. Sam and Cheyenne came in and were like, what the hell are you doing? One of you two went and toweled on us. Oh, Mary was freaking out. She made us drink a whole bunch of milk until we threw up. It was so bad. But that's, I haven't seen Ricky in years, and I feel guilty that my kids aren't gonna have memories or stories of him.
but I've taken a step back from family for a while. And it feels really good to be here and see everybody's face. So grateful that I do have memories of him. And that I was the cousin to be down with anything he was doing. Me and my crazy icky Ricky. I love you, Ricky.
Hello, for those who don't know me, wow, I don't need a mic, do I? For those who don't know me, I am Ricky's Samoan's older sister. And my name is Ufiufio Metamafletupu, Minisaka Alia White. Ufi for short. Ricky, as everyone knows, he is the life of the party. I'm gonna tell you, he walked in, he let everyone know he is here. I remember when I used to come over and babysit for them when they were younger, and Rick was at the hospital with Mary, and I would hear a thump. I'm like, what the heck is that? Ricky's laying on the couch, Cheyenne's on the chair. Oh, it's just Jakey doing flips off the top of the upper bunk. What? Go check on him. Oh, it's just Jakey, it's fine. Where's Sierra? We were looking for Sierra, and they're like, oh, she's just probably down the hallway, probably need a diaper change. And I mean, that's just how Cheyenne and Ricky was. They were comfortable, they were good, and they were wonderful kids. I took care of those kids, and Ricky loved this chant that the Samoans do. What they do is they take their hands, hi baby, they take their hands and they rub it together. It's called mili, 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 mili. And then we say patia, that means clap. So we get together and go mili, 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 patia, clap, patia, clap. And then patia mala o means after you clap, you say oh. So him and the twin boys, let's do it. Let's do the cheer. Out of nowhere, it's really silent and quiet. Mili, 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 patia, patia. And he's like, woo! I mean, he took a lot of pride in that. And when he went to Hawaii, he would text me, look at me, sis, I'm on the island. And he would show it. I'm on the beach, are you jealous? No. No, you can have it. I will never forget when they were in the garage. It was my parents' garage. It was Jesse, Jakey, everyone, Sam, everyone. We would tell them it's time to go to bed. And all you hear is them laughing. All you hear is them laughing. What is so funny in that garage? And you hear Cheyenne, I don't know. And obviously Sierra is small. But Jakey's like, they're being boys. And it's the lifestyle that they have that I love and miss. So if you're gonna remember Ricky, you remember him the way that he left, as in happy. He always told me, why are you always so angry? Why are you so angry? Be happy. And he would always say that to me. But I do remember the one day that we were looking for Sierra and Cheyenne. And Ricky goes, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't find my sisters. They're at the park, but we didn't know which park. They were at a park. And so the love that he has for his sisters is the love that I know he has for his nieces. I know he has it, and he still does. He would look for them, and he's like, I gotta find them, I gotta find them. And sure enough, Cheyenne's swinging, Sierra on the swing, and like his heart just dropped, but he knew he was good. I'm gonna tell you, Ricky is not gone, he's still here. And he doesn't want this sadness. This is not him. Because if he goes to a party, he rocks the joint. If you don't know that already, he's gonna rock the joint right after this because he likes to eat. I'm gonna tell you that right now, baby, we brought you fried rice, okay? So just know that that's my baby boy, and he's always gonna be my baby boy. Jesse, I love you. Shashai, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do, my love. I love you. Sierra, you already on that step. Where's my Jakey? That's right. You better make sure you represent, because Ricky's here. I love each and every one of you for coming out here and supporting my brother. Sete, I know you got love for him. You better get up in here and say something to your brother. Get up here. Come on. Follow me, sit.
I think most people are getting hungry.
Fried rice.
Take a break. Fried rice time.
Thank you.
I'm hungry, thank you. You did amazing. I'm getting starving. I don't know about all of you. It's hot in here. Let's take like, you want a few minutes? I'm starving. Well, let's do, Q wants to talk, and then we're going to do a prayer by my grandfather here to close it out. We're way behind, keep it short real quick, and then we got to go, I got to eat. I haven't eaten in like 3 days, so.
Yeah. Old school. How we doing, everybody? My name's Q. Everybody, my real name is Quentin, by the way. I've been in Ricky's life since I was 14 years old. You know, he was the first white friend that took me in. I'm from the west side of Chicago, so, you know, his mom, I used to ride her bus, and, you know, we all ride on the bus, and, you know, Ricky loved me for being so courageous. You know, he took me in, and when he took me in, his family took me in. So I was always there for him. I was always, you know, Ricky was a good guy. He was always soft-spoken. He was always loving and caring. So a lot of people in this world, everybody had to teach him. Everybody ain't gonna love you for that. Some people gonna take misadvantage of that. You know, so I was always brave around him, and I was always the tough one. I was always the one that'll go through the battles with him. I was in prison with him. I was the one fighting for him. And that's me, you know, that's the void I felt with him. I love him, you know, because like I say, he taught me that racism don't matter who you are. You know, I grew up around all black people, so it don't matter who you are. It don't matter where you come from. You just genuine at heart. And he changed my heart, so that's why I'm able to be here today I'm the only black face in here. You know, and I'm proud to say that because he taught me that, hey, it doesn't matter who you are. As long as you're a good person, you with me. And so I'm gonna ask God to take him in this whim. I'm gonna ask the Lord to bless him and keep him watching over me. And he's up there with my grandma, and I know he's gonna meet everybody, and I pray for his family. And I love everybody for being here and for blessing them. And this is all Ricky wanted, was for us to show him love. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
All right, I'm glad everyone is here. Grandpa Larry. Once again, Ricky wasn't the most religious person, but after a lot of his readings, me included, we were highly spiritual, and we get that from this man right here. We're going to do a closing prayer, we're going to have dinner, and then whoever wants to talk afterward, you're more than welcome. I'd love to hear it. But we can go outside and watch a slideshow during dinner. And go for it, old man.
I don't know anyone, for one thing, that could have anything any better than what I have my family. I love every one of them. Ricky would work for me for a little while. So did John.
It's making your hearing aid go off.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
I remember, I'm older than any of you. And Ricky asked me one day when he was in the car, Grandpa, I wrote a song rapping. Now you're not going to like this, Grandpa. Would you like to hear it? I says, you do it, Ricky. It was great. I mean, it was great. Matter of fact, I told him, I says, Ricky, you need to go on Facebook and you need to make that song. You could make some money on that song. I meant it seriously. He was good. I mean, very good. I'm from a whole different line, okay? I mean, we was crazy in one way and you guys are crazy in another, okay? But I love that kid. I love all my family. My family's always been there for me. I want you to know I'm there for you. If you don't know how to get hold of me, I don't hear very well, but I check my emails. Send me an email. I can't send texts. See that? It doesn't work real well. I'm not upset with my problems. We're all going to have them, okay? The Lord's been good to me. I'm lucky I've lasted as long as I have. I don't know when I'm going to go. Might be 30 years from now. Might be next week. I haven't a clue. But I do know this. I have the greatest family Africa could ask for. They put up with me. They comfort me. I remember when Ricky was working with me. That kid is a hard worker, I can tell you that. And I love Ricky. And I still love him, and always will. And I love this family. And I know that his family's had some hard times. And I love every one of them. I couldn't care less what anybody's done or not done. I love you. I loved what you said. I mean that from my heart. I'm going to try and calm down. Because I want to give a prayer, okay? Our Father in heaven, we bow our heads unto Thee at this time. We give Thee thanks, Father, for allowing us, giving us the ability to meet together at this time. Thou knowest, Father, that I pleaded to Thee that I might be here, because I didn't have the means. I no sooner finished my prayer, Father, as you know, and my son called me. And he asked me, Dad, do you think you could handle the trip to Washington? I says, yes, Chuck, I can. I have no means. He said, Dad, you don't need any means. That's how the Lord answered my prayers. That's not the first one I've offered to Him. Father, I share these things because I love my family deeply, and you know that I do. Father, they know you're there, and I know you're there. And we love you. And we love Ricky. And we know where Ricky is. We're so grateful, Father, for the plan that Thou hast laid out for us. Thou hast made it possible we can all be together. And we thank Thee, Father. We pray for Thy Spirit, particularly to be with my grandkids and my kids and all those here. Father, comfort them. I ask Thee, in the name of Jesus Christ, witness to them. You are there, and you do love them. They know that. But Father, they need comfort. They need your witness. They know you love them. But they need to feel your love in such a way that you hear this prayer. Let them know Ricky is okay. I know he's okay. I feel it, Father. You know that I've worked with thee many times. You've blessed me with many miracles, many that I have no control over. Father, you have been there for me, and you've been there for my family. You know, Father, that I pray for this family every day. You've always answered my prayers. There's been times I've had to be patient. And for thee, Father, I would do anything. I know you're taking care of Ricky. Ricky is with my wife, his grandmother. He's with my son, his oldest uncle. Father, I know this, and my family knows this. I pray, Father, that thou would provide the Holy Ghost to witness to everyone in this room that you hear this prayer. They know you love them. Father, witness to them you are here. Father, I ask thee by the power of the holy Melchizedek priesthood which you've given me. You have allowed me to do miracles with that priesthood. You know that. Witness to these people. They're your children, and you love them. Witness it, I pray, and I do so by the power of the holy Melchizedek priesthood, and in the name of thy beloved Son, Jesus Christ, whom I also love. Amen.
Amen.
As Ricky would say, let's eat. All right, thank you all for coming. Like I said, open mic after the fact. There's going to be an after party, but there's going to be Charlie and Crystal did an amazing slideshow, guys. Outside, let's eat some food, let's hang out, let's mingle, let's tell some more fun stories.
It's hot in here, but there's tables outside, and the slideshow will be outside so we can get our food buffet style and then go outside and eat.
There's also hacky sacks, and I'd like to see a hacky sack circle take place, so let's do that.
I'm about to be like, all right. Picture around the cake for Ricky, come on! Uncle Jerry!
Okay, I got everybody.
All right, so on 5, let's say Ricky.
If you can't see my camera, I can't see you.
4, 3, 2, Ricky! Take like 20.
Everybody just keep smiling.
All right, that proves that we're all here.
Don't tempt me with it.
and